All right, guys. So let me check what we have discussed till now. We have gone through syllabus, assignment. Did you guys write this? Search helps and everything here. Hmm? Did you try this?
Mm, I ha- I haven't tried Amrit. I'll try in next 1 or 2 days. I don't have my laptop with me.
Why?
No, I'm in different place due to some family issues. So
Okay, okay, no problem. You can use the company system also, no?
I don't have
Just
company. I'm out of office.
okay, okay, great, no problem. So, introduction to table buffering. Tell me this word. What is a buffer? I believe everybody have definitely heard this word once in their lifetime. Buffer.
Something about loading, taking
Yes,
more time.
something about loading. Great. Any other thing? Vaishnavi, anything from your side?
Same.
Okay, same. Buffer. So, what is a buffer? Buffer is a temporary storage, first thing, of data on the application layer. If we have to technically define it, this is going to be the definition. Buffer is a temporary storage of data on the application layer. Now, guys, just take a normal example. Whenever you are watching a movie, or let's say you are playing something on YouTube, right? And in the meantime, let's say the movie is all about up to 3 hours long. And what I did, I watched it for 1.5 hours and then I paused it. Then after 1 hour, I'm coming and I'm starting it. Will the movie will start from the same position or will it be started from completely from scratch? It will start from the same position where it was stopped, right? 1.5 hour. How it is possible? Earlier, if you go back like 10 or 15 years ago, this feature was not there. If you check the old phones that you were using, this feature was not there at that time. Correct? So this is all about buffering. How it happened, the movie was buffered. So let me just write it. For example, whenever we are going to watch a movie in the cinema and you see every time there is a tea break after half of the movie is completed. So watch a movie in the cinema, there the movie is always buffered. It's always buffered. That is why we are able to watch it from the same position or from the same time where it was stopped. This is the main reason. Yeah. Then we need to understand the importance of buffer. So importance of buffer. Now let's come to system. Importance of buffer. Yeah, let's understand this. So why do we need to store the data on the application layer? Sometimes what happens actually, sometimes we need to access a particular set of records more frequently than others. More frequently than others. Sometimes we are required to access a particular set of records more frequently than others. Yeah. So if every time, just understand this. So if every time we are going to database, every time we are going to database, then it will be a time consuming process, correct? Yes, sir.
Yes.
Because database is on the different layer, it will be a time consuming process. So to overcome this problem, yeah, or drawback, you can say anything here. The frequently accessed records can be placed in a buffer, and from there they can be placed in a buffer, and from there they can be accessed easily. They can be accessed easily. Are you all getting this?
Yes, Samrit.
This is the reason. Instead of going to database every time, there is a temporary storage of data on the application layer, which is called buffer, which is called buffer. And inside the buffer, we can store the data. So this buffering options is available in the technical setting. Hi, Sony.
Hi, Rat. Sorry for the delay.
No issue, but please be available at the time, okay? Otherwise, you will miss lots of things.
Yeah,
We were
okay.
discussing the buffer, right? Buffer is a temporary storage of data on the application layer. What it is saying that sometime we are required to access or get the data more frequently than other datas. So in those situations, if we are going to database every time to get the data, it will become a time consuming process. And our only goal is to increase the performance of the system. So how we are going to do this? What we can do is we can store those type of data on the application layer temporarily. And this storage of data is known as buffer. Yeah. And what you see is buffering option is available in the technical setting of a table. So if you go to the table that we have created, if you go and check the table, let me just take you there. S11, our table, open it, technical setting. You see here, buffering not allowed. Buffering not allowed has been selected, right? And here you see the buffering type. Three types of buffering are there, correct? So buffering not allowed. We have not allowed the buffering, so data will not be stored on the TS system, correct? And you see types of buffering, very interesting. Types of buffering here. Types of buffering. Types of buffering. So SAP has given us three types of buffering. SAP has given us three types of buffering. One is your single record buffering. Second is your full buffering. And the third one is your generic area buffering. Single record buffering, full buffering, and generic area buffering. Three types of buffering SAP is giving us. What this single record is saying that at a time, only a single record will be stored in the buffer. In the buffer. At a time, only a single record in the buffer. Yeah. Then we have the full buffering. So at a time, all the records of the table will be stored in the buffer. So it doesn't matter. Just let me write. It do not matter even if you are fetching a single record from the database. it will just bring all the data and store it on the application layer. It will bring all the data and will store it on your buffer. This is the thing here. That is why it is full record buffering. Some people also call it full record buffering. All the record will be loaded, even if you are fetching a single record. So this single record at a time, only one single record, full record, all the records will be loaded. This generic area is the rarest one, used very rarely. So this is for generic tables, like language dependent tables mostly. We do not use it often, only for knowledge I'm sharing with you. Single record buffering and full record buffering. So you might be thinking how we can check this. Yeah, how we can check it that only single record is getting stored or all the records is getting stored, correct? So we can definitely check it. Let's go there. I will open this technical setting in change mode and I will select buffering activated and I will mark here single record buffering and let's activate our table. Let's activate our table. Okay. Now, if you want to check the buffer, let me write it here. So if you want to check the buffer, you can check the buffer from AL12 transaction code. Another transaction code is coming into picture, guys. Please do remember it. AL12 transaction code. It is used to check the buffer. You can check it. Yeah, you can just check it. So I will directly go there to AL12. So /o AL12. You see buffer monitor for our SAP server. I will go to monitor section. Here we have the buffer option, table buffer, and I will go for buffer content. You see, it is asking for table name. Let's copy the table name and paste it here. Continue. Do we have any data here? Tell me, do we have any data here? Yes or no? Do we have any data here, guys? Any data? We can only see the field labels, correct? Right, Sony here. Can you
Yes.
see this? Only,
Yeah,
Yes.
there is no
only,
data, yes.
yes, there is no data, only the field labels. The column labels are available, right? All the columns label mandate, client, employee ID, name, department, but there is no data because we have allowed the buffering, but we have not loaded any data, right? So let me load data here. I will write one program. Right now, I will request everyone to do not focus on the program, how I am writing. Just focus on the buffer concept. When we will be discussing the programming, you will understand everything automatically. So just I'm creating one program. Just please focus on this. Buffering program. Something I'm creating here. We will be discussing everything. Just please focus at this moment only on buffering option. So a parameter, where is my table? This one. EMP ID type, and I'll be having a query. So select star from table name into table, add the data, LT table. Where EMP ID is equal to PEMP ID. Some program I'm writing. Don't worry, we will be discussing everything in the upcoming time. Right now, please focus on the concept only. So this is a program I've written. I'm executing it. Let's say I'm loading 101 data and I clicked on execute button, correct? Now I will go back to my buffering option, right? Let's refresh this. Can you see this? All of you, can you see this?
Yes, Amrit.
Yes, Amrit.
Yes.
First record loaded. So now if you will go to fetch the 101 record, system will not go to database. Instead, it will check this buffer section. Yes, we have the 101 record. It will load it directly. Definitely the performance will be high. Definitely the performance will be high. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah. If I will try to load here 102, just see the magic, guys. Execute, refresh. Correct? This one is also loaded in the buffer section. Now it is there on your application layer. You can use it. This is your single record. So even if you are fetching only one record is getting stored into the buffer. That is why it is a single record buffering. And there is the opposite of it. One more interesting thing about the buffers. Let me just write it note. Buffers are temporary storage of data. Buffers are temporary storage of data. So it do not matters even if you are buffer are temporary storage of data. So it do not matters even if okay. So if we are making any changes in the technical setting of the table automatically, guys, automatically the buffer will be refreshed. The buffer will be refreshed. That is, all the data will be removed. All the data will be removed. This is the thing we are going to see there. The data will be refreshed. Yeah. So for example, if I'm changing the setting here, I'm going to technical setting, and suppose I'm making it to fully buffered and I'm activating it. So it has become fully buffered here. So if I now go and just check it, can you see all the data has been removed? So this is an important note point that you need to understand. So now we have changed the setting to fully record buffer. Let's go to our ABAP program that we were executing. Let's say I'm loading only 101 record and see the magic, guys. I'll click on execute button and now go to buffer section and refresh it. Okay, let's execute it again. Come back. Can you see? All the records are loading. Even if I'm fetching only one record 101, it is loading all the records from my table. Correct? You can check it table. How many record is there in the table? Only 3 records are there. So all these 3 records have been loaded into the buffer. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, Amrit.
Correct? So this is how you can implement the buffer concept. Yeah. And I hope you have understand this, why it is so important. So the we can just give what we can write. Buffer is used to increase the performance of the SAP system. Buffer is used to increase the performance of the SAP system. Yeah. And if we have some advantage of any concept, then there will be certain disadvantage also. So what disadvantage, we can write it here as buffer will occupy some space on the data on the application layer. Right? So this I can make it as a disadvantage. Correct? Disadvantage. Buffer will occupy some space on the application layer. So this will become your disadvantage. Clear? Everyone, is it clear? The concept
Yes,
of
Amrit.
buffer. Any
Yes.
questions out of it? Any questions out of it?
No, Amrit, as of now.
Right? Great. So this is buffer. Then we have another interesting concept called lock objects. Okay, don't go for the technical definition of it. Just think about it. Whenever we are going outside of our home, what we do? We lock our doors, we lock our house, correct? Why do we do this? Why do we do this?
The thing shouldn't be accessible to the
Any
outers.
any unauthorized access, right? Any unauthorized access, correct? Same
Yes.
stuff is also available here. What is the purpose of lock object? The purpose of lock object is to achieve synchronization. The purpose of lock object is to achieve synchronization. What is synchronization then? So let's understand this word synchronization. Again, it is a technical word, and it is better to use some technical word which has a wonderful meaning. Instead of just giving a normal way of explaining something, I always say it first, understand it in a normal way, and then go for the technical way. So synchronization, synchronization, synchronization. Yeah, synchronization. What is synchronization? So if multiple users, yeah, so what I can say is, give me 1 second. Yeah. So if multiple users want to change the data at the same time, just understand the situation, guys. If multiple users want to change the data at the same time, then at a time, only one user will be able to change it. Only one user will be able to change it. Change it. This concept is known as synchronization. This concept is known as synchronization. What does it means? What does it means? Let me just show you. Suppose this is my employee table, right? So what I want to do here, suppose I want to modify its content, okay, parallelly. So I'm going to SM30. I open the table, edit, and suppose I am changing this first record, 101 record. Just suppose it, I'm changing it. So I'm giving here a, let's say, SAP ABAP development. Development. Yeah. Now frame, just let me take your example. So at the same time, frame also want to change this first record and this department column. How will this SAP is going to understand that whose record it is going to save? Parallelly, two people are want to change the same thing. Is it possible? Is it possible that two people will be able to change at the same time? Is it possible? Let's say I'm passing here SAP ABAP development, frame is passing here some XYZ value, and both of us are clicking on save button. Whose data will be saved? Yeah, whose data will be saved? So can I say this, guys, that if multiple users will be able to change the data at the same time, then it can cause the inconsistency in the system. Can I say this? Everyone, can I say this?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Right? Vaishnavi, can I
Yeah.
say this?
Yes.
Definitely. So to avoid this situation, yes, so to avoid this situation, we have a concept of synchronization. Synchronization. And what does it means is that if multiple users want to change this data at the same time, then only one user will be able to change it. So just see this part, guys. I have opened it. I have opened this in change mode. Now, if I will try to open another session, I'm going for /OSM30. If I'm trying to open the same thing, just see what is going to happen. Edit. Read this message, everyone. Am I able to open it? Yes or no? Am I
No.
able to open it? No. What it is saying, the data is logged by the user Amrit01 and can be displayed only. So if you want to display it, you can open it in display mode, but you cannot change it. Until and unless this lock has been released or this user Amrit01 is closing this session, you will not be able to open it. So at a time, only one user can change the same record. At a time, only one user can change the same record. Yes. So what system is doing? System is automatically implementing a lock, applying a lock, which is preventing the other users to access it. Correct? So can you see this? Locked, right? Which is preventing the other users to access it. So you might be thinking, if a lock has been applied, can we see the lock? Yes, we can also see the lock where the lock has been applied. So how to see the lock entries? How to see the lock entries? Where can we see this? Yeah, very interesting question. So yes, we can also see it. We can see the log entries from SM12 transaction code. Another transaction code is coming into picture, SM12 transaction code. You can check it. SM12 NQ administration, search for it. How many entries can you see here? How many entries can you see here? 3, correct?
Yes.
And just see this. 3 sections definitely will be opened in change mode. That is why we are able to see that part. One is this employee table is in change mode. So see this part, guys. This is CDS joins. Okay, I've opened the CDS part also there. I believe that is why the lock is showing there. So let me just close everything here. And I will come to CDS part later on. Please don't focus at this moment. So let's go to SM12 again. Search. Now how many log entries are there? Only 2. I close that session, right? I close that session. Correct? At this moment, only 2. See this, the first one, table employee ID. It has been applied here, right? For this one. Correct? Yeah.
Yes.
So we can see the log entries from SM12 transaction code, all the log entries. And if you feel you don't want it, you can just delete it also. You can release the log entry from here. See this? So now if I go there and if I try to open this, we will be able to open it in change mode. Just release the lock entries from SM12. So this might will happen with you in the upcoming time, or maybe you would have faced it that you are trying to open something and it is saying that it has been locked or user is editing. So you can just go to SM12 and you can edit it. You can just go to SM12 and you can edit it. You can just go to SM12 and you can edit it. Okay. Everyone, are you all getting this lock objects? What SAP is doing? So types of lock objects, interview question coming into picture, types of lock objects. So there are total 3 types of lock objects. There are 3 types of lock objects. Very first one is your read lock. Then we have write lock. And then what we see we have is enhanced write lock. Read lock, write lock, and enhanced write lock. Yeah. Read lock. Read lock is also known as shared lock. Read lock is also known as shared lock. And the default value that we see here is of the read lock is S. S is the default. If you check this, can you see this lock mode? What is the value here? What is the value you can see here in the lock mode, guys? What is the value you are seeing
E.
here? E, right? This is write lock. Yeah. So write lock is also known as exclusive lock. Exclusive lock. And the default value of the write lock is E. Yeah, is E. This is write lock, guys. So write lock has been applied here. You can check this lock mode directly. So what is the use of this read lock? In case of read lock, the other users can see the data. Users can see the data, but they cannot change it. But they cannot change it. This is the definition which you are going to explain in the interview also. The write lock, what write lock is saying, write lock, you in write lock, in case of write lock, so in case of write lock, the other users cannot display the data and change it. Both of the things is not allowed. Yeah. Finally, we have enhanced write lock. So enhanced write lock. Enhanced write lock is also known as, this is the most secured kind of lock. So enhanced write lock is also known as exclusive lock without cumulation. Without cumulation. This is the third variety that we have here. Exclusive lock without cumulation. Yeah. Cumulation. Yeah. And the default value here is X. Default value is X. So let's see this. Suppose I am opening the table. I will go to S11. and I will open my table. Now let's go to our SM12 section and let's see the entries there. Search. What is the value? Can you see this? Guys, what is the value has been applied on our table?
X.
X value has been applied. So most secured kind of lock is this one. Yeah. The default value is X. This is the most secured kind of lock. So most secured lock that we have here. Yeah. Okay. So in case of the enhanced right lock, the other users cannot display or change the data. Additionally, there is another protection here. Additionally, it protects the further access of same transaction code. That is, if the user is accessing one transaction code, they will not be able to access it again until this lock is released. Further access of same transaction. Just relate everything with your real life. Try to find it in your surrounding. You will definitely understand every technical concept easily. This is my guarantee. Yeah, this is my guarantee here.
Amrit, what is cumulation?
Extra accumulation also it is more secured if you have to locally easily understand. Yeah, it is more, this kind of lock is more secured, I believe.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. See the definition, it is enhanced right lock. So it is like a more extended version of this right lock, more secured version of this right lock, right? Everyone, is it okay? Are you
Yes, Amrit.
getting this?
Yes.
Right?
Yes, Amit.
So we can also now we are using this transaction codes from a long period of time. So can we create a transaction code for us also? Can we create? At this moment, we only know how to create tables and search help kind of thing. So can we create a transaction code for ourselves, for our tables also? Is it possible? So the answer is yes, it is possible. Yes, it is possible. Yeah, it is possible. The transaction code are created and maintained from SE93 transaction code. This is the section where you create your transaction code and maintain it. It is used for both of the purpose, creation and maintenance, SE93. SE93. See, so we can create a log, we can create a transaction code for our table also. Let's see that SE93 maintain transaction code. Now you all know if we are creating any custom thing, it will always start with Z or Y, right? So I'm giving it this name here Z, and I will be giving here, let's say, transaction table employee. Create it. I will give a short description here. So transaction code for our employee table. Okay, employee tab, or better EMP tab. Now here, just see this. 5 ways are there to create a transaction code. Program and DIN Pro for module pool programming. We will see this. For our normal ABAP executable program. This is for your object oriented programming concept. Then transaction with variant. If you want to pass a variant, you can use this. And this last one, this is dedicated for tables. Transaction with parameters. We can add the parameter for our table. So this is the last one which you are going to use if you are creating the transaction code for your table. Yeah, select this. And here the transaction code we will pass SM30 to maintain the data in the table. Skip initial screen. See, always allow all the GUI support. Yeah. And if you go below, you will see two options, name of the screen field and value. So you are required to pass the table name. There is a parameter called view name here, which you are going to use to pass the table name. So copy the table here and paste it. And I will also allow the updation of table. So update is equal to true. In SAP, we use X value to mark something as true. So I am enabling updation as true. Just it is done. Save this package and see transaction is ready. It has been created. Copy the name of the transaction code. Go back to normal system. Let's go back to our SAP EG access screen. Paste the transaction code. See the magic. Okay, it is in log status. Let me just change it. Remove this. I think now it's okay. No, I will reopen it. See, are we able to use our transaction code for our table? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Are we able to use it? Think about it, guys. Are we able to use it? So if you think SE11, it is the transaction code, right? Just go to SE93 and check it. SE11. Open it in display mode. Never ever open any standard data in change mode. Always open it in display mode. Can you see this? How it has been created by SAP? Who see this? Right? Yeah, see this part. See, there is a backend program also. We'll learn how to write the code in the upcoming time. Right? It is calling a method, start method. See this. This is calling some another function. If you go inside this, there is lots of logic. It is calling another method here, right? Are you all getting how to create a transaction code for table? Okay. Any questions here? Everyone, any question?
No, Amrit.
Is it okay?
Yes.
So this is all for today. Tomorrow we will end this chapter and we will try to start the ABAP programming. Okay. Any question if you have, please do ask. Otherwise, please do the revision. It is very, very important. Whatever task I am giving you, you need to complete it. If you want to be